Good morning, friends. Today again I'll continue the foreign exchange subject. Today's discussion will be our Foreign Exchange Management Act chapter. So let us go according to the model question wise. First question, as I said during the course of my discussion, I will try to touch upon the details of the foreign exchange as far as the question is concerned. First question is, who is authorized person under FEMA? Authorized person under FEMA, that means authorized person of dealing the foreign exchange. Who is the authorized person to deal foreign exchange under FEMA? Here the answer is like that. One who is authorized to hold the foreign exchange, number one. Number two, one who is authorized by the Reserve Bank of India to deal with the foreign exchange. Number three, one who is authorized under FEMA to go to abroad, and all the above. Which one is the correct answer? Let me discuss about who is the authorized person. Authorized person means a person who can deal with the foreign exchange, but some organization has to give him the license or authorize him to deal with the foreign exchange. That is, only the Reserve Bank of India can authorize the person or organization deal with the foreign exchange. They are giving the license to deal with the foreign exchange. Okay. Now let us go to the second one. Who among the following are authorized person? Who among the following are the authorized person? Number one is bank. Second one is money changer. Third one is the offshore banking unit, and fourth one is all the above. Your answer will be all the above, because bank is authorized to deal with the foreign exchange. Money changer, that means money changer is one of the organization. They are dealing with the foreign exchange authorized by the Reserve Bank of India. And offshore banking unit is also authorized by concerned authority to deal with the foreign exchange. Okay, that means all the above are the correct to deal with the foreign exchange. Now I am going a very important question here to feed me back. What is the correct answer? One Mr. David Goward, a resident of United Kingdom, has come to India and visited your branch and is requesting you to open a account for him. Now, which will be the correct account you can open for him? The account are given like that. First one, no account you can open without the permission of the Reserve Bank of India. Second one, NRE account. NRE account is there to open for this foreigner Mr. David Goward. Third one is whether you will open NRE account for Mr. Goward or not. And last one is SB public account, can you open for Mr. Goward or not? Okay. Now these are the four types of answer they have given here to choose which is the correct one. Mr. Goward, a foreign national, has come to India and sitting in front of you. You are a banker sitting in front of you, asking you to kindly help him out to open an account for him to operate. Here is the correct answer will be the NRE account. NRE account is the correct answer. You can open for Mr. Goward. No account opening is required permission from the Reserve Bank of India as far as the foreign exchange is concerned. So here in this case also obtaining permission of the Reserve Bank of India is not required. That is not correct answer. Then any NRE account is not meant for the foreign national. NRE account is meant for the person, Indian persons, residents going to the abroad for different purpose. For them only you have to open the NRE account. And SB public account is meant for the resident Indian only. Another account you can open for Mr. Gawar, but before opening of this account, you have to ask him certain questions. Just like, as for example, you have to ask him what is the purpose of opening of this account, how long will you operate this account, what is the purpose of coming to the country, and what type of transaction you will route through this account. This type of question you have every right to ask Mr. Gawar before opening of the NRI account, right? Next, which statement among the following is correct? Which statement among the following is correct? Number one, a taxi driver receives foreign currency from a foreign tourist as his taxi fare. Number one. Number two, a tourist guide can receive foreign exchange from the foreign tourist as his remuneration or his fees. No resident can receive foreign exchange from a non-resident without their permission. This is the three answer given against this question. You have to choose which one is the correct. First one, a taxi driver can easily accept the foreign currency from a foreign tourist as his taxi fare. Because why? Foreign tourists, after arriving in India, he due to paucity of time, he did not exchange his foreign currency into Indian currency. Straightway he has bought it into a taxi. So after reaching the destination, he may offer you the foreign exchange as your taxi fare, and you can gladly accept it. No bar for the no issue for that. Second one, it is also like that. A foreign tourist, he does not have the Indian sufficient or local currency in his hand, so he can offer you the foreign exchange as the guide's fees or guide's remuneration. There is no issue at all. You can gladly accept it. And last one, no resident can receive foreign exchange from a non-resident without RBI permission. This is not correct. Can't receive, RBI permission not required at all. So answer is both A and B correct. Now next question. Person of Indian origin does not include which of the following? Person of Indian origin, PIO, person of Indian origin. POI, person of Indian origin, includes which of the following? He has at any point of time held Indian passport. Any point of time the PIO held Indian passport. His parents or grandparents were Indian citizen, and foreign spouses of Indian citizen. And last one is foreigners who has migrated to India. It is very simple. Last one is not included and other three are included. Now tell me, do you have any knowledge about the capital account and current account in as far as the foreign exchange is concerned? Transaction, whatever the transaction is doing in foreign exchange, there are two types. One is capital account transaction, another is current account transaction. And if you have any idea, then you can give the answer for this particular question. Question is like that: which of the following does not represent capital account transaction? Let me tell you what is capital account transaction. Capital account transaction is that the person will transact that for foreign exchange transaction and alter the asset and liability, alter his asset and liabilities in abroad or in India or in local country. Then this transaction is called the capital account transactions. If the person's Indian person, if any Indian residence does any capital account transaction, it must have the impact on the asset and liabilities outside India. If a foreign national does capital account transaction, it must have the asset and liability alteration, asset and liabilities effect in abroad. Then it will be a capital account transaction. When there will be asset and liability alters, then it is a capital account transaction. And other than that, without altering the asset and liabilities, then it is a current account transactions. Okay. Now see this question. What is the answer they have given? Given answer is like a resident Indian. A resident Indian buy and sells immobile property abroad. A resident Indians buy. Answer. What is the question? Which of the following does not represent? Which of the following does not represent capital account transaction? A resident in India buy and sell immobile property abroad. Okay. A resident borrows foreign exchange from outside India. Borrows foreign exchange from outside India. And third one is remittance maintenance amount to spouse and children living abroad. Means remittance for maintenance of his spouse and children staying abroad. And last one is all the above are capital account transaction. Now you have to tell us out of these three, which one is not capital account transaction? Which one is not capital account transaction? As I said, capital account transaction is which alter the asset and liability either abroad or residence country. Then it is a capital account transaction. A resident in India buy or sell immobile properties outside his country, that means in abroad. Then obviously when you will buy or sell immobile properties, obviously his asset and liability will affect. It will alter obviously. So it is a capital account transaction. A resident borrows foreign exchange. When a resident borrowed foreign exchange from outside India, obviously his asset and liability. When I borrow something, obviously my asset and liability will affect. It will obviously alter. Similarly, a resident when borrow foreign exchange from abroad, then his asset and liability will certainly touch and alter. So it is a capital account transaction. And if I send remittance to maintain my spouse or children staying abroad, it does not affect any asset and liability. So it is not a capital account transaction. So third one is the correct answer, which does not, under this transaction we will not touch or will not alter the asset and liability of the person. So it is a non-capital account transaction. Okay. Now the C, maintaining amount, remittance for maintenance for spouse and children outside India. If it is not capital account transaction, then obviously it is the current account transaction. As I said, current account transaction where the asset and liability is not altered, then it is a current account transaction. Here the transaction is taking place not affecting asset and liability, so it is a current account transaction. So next question, as I said earlier, question a little bit, which of the following represent current account transaction? Now tell me, I will tell you the answer to the answer. Which one you have to tell me? Which one is the current account transaction? Payment for import made by the current account transaction. Which one is the current account transaction? Which does not affect or alter the asset and liability of the person. Payment for import made by a residence. Payment for import He has imported some goods or imported his service from abroad and he has to make the payment. Payment received for export. Exporter has sent the goods or services to the foreign country and now he has received the payment against of this export. A remittance for travel abroad. Remittance for travel. A person has taken the remittance from the bank for going to the foreign country as a tourist to travel to the abroad. So all the above are capital account transaction or not or current account transaction. All these transaction, will it alter the asset and liabilities? Will it touch the asset and liabilities? No, it will not touch, it will not affect asset and liabilities. So all the three transactions, as I said, are current account transactions. Okay. Now, next question. A customer who is going to US, United States on tour has requested you to release some foreign exchange for his expenses during his stay in USA. What is the maximum amount of foreign exchange that you can release to him in the form of foreign currency note? A person has come to you asking, telling you that he wants to visit the America, USA as a tourist. So during his travel or staying at USA, he needs some foreign exchange. So what is the quantum you will release against this program, of foreign currency notes, not any other exchange, only the foreign currency notes? How much foreign currency notes you can release? It is only the 3,000 US dollar, but not as a whole package. Only the foreign currency note you can release against a traveler going to the abroad. Okay. Now, next question. A customer who is going to Russia, on his visit, requesting to release foreign currency note. Exactly the same thing. Earlier question, he was visiting the USA. Now the customer is visiting to Russia and asking you to release the foreign currency note for his expenses. Now in that case, what will be your maximum amount of foreign currency note you can release against his request? It will be earlier it was 3,000 US dollar maximum you can release for his travel to USA, foreign currency notes. But in case of the Russia, if a traveler goes to the Russia, you can release foreign currency notes 250,000 US dollar or equivalent, right? 250,000 US dollar or equivalent. On returning from a foreign trip, a person has gone to the foreign country, taken some foreign exchange and currency, temperatures and all this thing. He has come back to you and he has some unspent foreign exchange with him. Then what is the time period to surrender this unspent foreign exchange with him? What is the time period for surrendering this foreign exchange to the AD or any other money changer? Or returning from 60, 90, 180 to 70. These are the answers they have given. You have to choose which was the correct answer. It is 180 days. Within 180 days, maximum time is 180 days. Within 180 days, you want to surrender unspent foreign exchange with you. authorized dealer can release a maximum amount of US dollar to a resident who is going to abroad, USA. Going to abroad, USA. What is the quantum of foreign exchange you can release against his visit to USA? Foreign exchange, I am not talking about foreign currency, I am talking about foreign exchange. Not double checks, not currency, nothing I have said about this question. What is the quantum of the foreign exchange you can release against his trip to USA? It is 2,50,000 US dollar or equivalent. Okay, understand? Now, a dance drama troupe from your town who are going on a cultural tour to Singapore has requested you to release US dollar 2 lakh for their expenses. What is the procedure for release of the foreign exchange? A dance drama troupe, their official has visited to you, maybe your customer visited to you, a troupe, they are going to the Singapore or any other country and asking you to release a foreign exchange US dollar 2 lakh. Then in that case, what will be your procedure? How to release the foreign exchange? What is the procedure you will look after? What is the procedure you will maintain? US dollar 2,50,000 can be released. Second one, no foreign exchange can be released for cultural troupe. RBI permission is needed. What is the procedure for release of the foreign exchange for this particular case? And third one is, last one is, can be released only with the permission from the Ministry of Human Resource Development Department, Government of India. That means when I am just elaborating this last one. Suppose a troupe is going, a dance drama troupe or cultural troupe or singing party troupe is going to abroad. Permission, here is the permission from the Ministry of Human Resources, Government of India is required. These are the answer. You have to choose the correct one. US dollar, what is the procedure to release of the foreign exchange? They said. Their answer a question is what is the procedure. Here US dollar 2,50,000 can be released. This is not allowed. They are asking in the question. They are asking what is the procedure for releasing the foreign exchange. They are asking you to release 2 lakh, requesting you to release 2 lakh US dollar. They are not asking you any other quantum. Here the answer is given 2,50,000. It is irrelevant because they are not asking you the 2,50,000 US dollar foreign exchange to be released. So it is not correct answer. No foreign exchange can be released for cultural troupe. That is also not correct. Cultural troupe, then how they will go? Where from they cannot generate the foreign exchange of their own. Where from they will get the foreign exchange? They will get the foreign exchange only from the AD or any money changer or any FFMC, not from any third party who is not authorized to give the foreign exchange. So cultural troupe, they are saying no foreign exchange can be released. That is not correct. Cultural troupe will go and without any foreign exchange, how it is possible? That is so. It is also irrelevant. So this is not the correct answer. Either RBI permission is needed and can be released with the permission. Either these two, one is correct. RBI permission was not needed, my friends, for cultural troupe. Now Government of India has liberalized all these cases. For earlier it is not like this. Now it is under FEMA. For visiting foreign country is very liberalized. no restriction at all, very liberalized. So RBI permission is not at all required for visiting a cultural troop to the abroad. Now only thing is that any cultural troop is going to abroad, human resource development, human resource ministry of human resource permission is required, then only you can release the quantum of the foreign exchange. Okay. Mr. Jack Russell, a foreign national who is working in a well-known company, IT company in your town for the last 3 years, approach your branch for opening an account for him. Which type of account will be open for him by your branch? Mr. Jack Russell, a foreign national, is working well-known IT in your country, in your city. For last 3 years, he is working in this company for last 3 years. Has approached your branch for opening an account for him. What type of account will you open for him by your branch? Yeah, similar type of question probably I have asked earlier, but similar type, not exactly the similar type of question. Here earlier question, time, company, all these things are not mentioned. Here company's name is mentioned, where it is, where the company is mentioned, reputation of company is also mentioned, and how long his period is also mentioned, how long he is working at that company is also mentioned. So in that case, what type of account you will open for that particular Russell? Another account, NRE account, SB public, or no account can be opened without RBI permission. Earlier we said no account, RBI permission was not required at all for this type of cases. Another account, earlier case, another account, I said another account, because that time one Mr. Goward has come to you and said he wants to stay sometime in India. Purpose he has not mentioned, sometime in India, so he wants to open an account. In that case, you allowed him to open another account. But here, Mr. Russell is working in a IT firm, well-reputed IT firm for last 3 years. So in that case, what account you will open? NRE account is not applicable in this case. NRE account is also not applicable in this case. Here, you can take him as good as public, so you can go for SB public account. Understand? How much foreign currency can be kept by residents Indians? How much foreign currency can be kept? Suppose, as my earlier question was that, unspent foreign exchange. Out of unspent foreign exchange, or how much foreign currency a resident can kept with him? How much? And US dollar 1000 can be kept by the residents. Foreign exchange, foreign currency, how much foreign currency can be kept by residents? US dollar 1000, US dollar 2000, without any limit in the form of coins. Coins is also given in the answer sheet. Any coins, without any limit of coins. No limit, they said no limit. And last one is any amount with the permission of RBI. First one, 1000 US dollar is not correct. Then no limit. Limit is there, certainly limit. You cannot keep any amount with you for any time. That is not permitted. And as I said earlier also, current account, RBI permission is not required. Nowadays very liberal, as I said, the RBI for all these purposes, RBI permission is not required. They have given enough power to the authorized dealer. So here is the correct answer is US dollar 2000, and for coins no limit. For coins no limit, but currency and average currency you can keep only the 2000 US dollar. What mean? Which of the following is not correct? I will tell you some statement. You have to tell me which one is not correct. Only a person authorized by Reserve Bank of India can deal in foreign exchange. Who can deal the foreign exchange? Here it is saying only a person authorized by the Reserve Bank of India. Now, second one is no one can make payment or receipt to and from a person residing outside India without RBI permission. What is this? No one can make payment. No one can make payment or no one can receive payment from or to a person residing outside India. Means you cannot make any payment to the person residing outside India without RBI permission, or you cannot receive payment from a person residing outside of India without permission of Reserve Bank of India. That is the answer of the second one. And third one, what is the answer they have written? A person resident in India can deal in any immobile property without RBI permission. A person resident in India can deal in any immobile property without RBI permission. And last one is means a Indian resident can deal any amount of immobile property without RBI permission. And last one is a person resident or a resident outside India. A resident outside India cannot acquire immobile property in India without RBI permission. What is the meaning? Meaning is that a resident person staying abroad, he cannot acquire immobile property. That means a resident person outside India, a person resident outside of India, Indian resident outside of India cannot acquire immobile property in India without RBI permission. Okay, let me talk about one after another. A person, which one is the not correct, meaning incorrect statement? A person is authorized by Reserve Bank of India only he can deal with the foreign exchange. I spoke regarding this earlier. Who is the authorized person? Who can authorize the person deal with the foreign exchange? That is RBI only can authorize the person deal with the foreign exchange. So this is a correct statement. No one can make any payment received from a person residents outside India without permission. That is not correct. This is correct. This is not incorrect. This is correct. No one can make payment or receive. No one can make payment receive from a person resident outside India without permission through AD. That is correct statement. Okay. A person resident India deal with any amount of immobile property. That is correct. RBI permission is not required at all for dealing with immobile property. Now, next one is a person residents outside India acquire immobile property in India without permission. That is true. A person residing abroad wants to acquire any immobile property in India, he has to obtain permission from Reserve Bank of India. Without Reserve Bank of India, he cannot acquire Here cannot require immovable property. Immovable property mainly acquired of land. Acquired of land, it is not possible without the RBI permission. So that is the right answer. Without permission of Reserve Bank of India, we cannot purchase a land. Okay. Now, next question. Next question is which of the following is prohibited for non-resident in India? Which of the following is prohibited, means restricted, for a non-resident in India? Real estate business, agriculture plantation activities, construction of farmhouse, all the above, and last one is all the above is one of the answer. All the above means real estate business, agriculture plantation activities, construction of farmhouse, and last one is none of the above, either all the above or none of the above. Which of the following is prohibited? Which of the following is prohibited for non-resident? That means which is prohibited for restricted for NRE. NRE, non-resident Indian, which is the prohibited. NRE for NRE customer, NRE Indian, NRE person, real estate business is restricted, agriculture plantation activities are restricted, construction of farmhouse restricted. So all the above are correct. These are all the above are non-resident. For the non-resident is prohibited. You cannot do easily, for some restrictions are there. Now, last question in this chapter. Last question in this chapter. For which of the following foreign exchange released is prohibited? Means which foreign exchange release is prohibited? Remittance for lottery, means if a person want foreign exchange for playing a lottery abroad, out of that, whatever which one is the prohibited? Remittance for purchase of lottery ticket. Remittance of lottery winning means somebody has sent the remittance for prize money of the lottery, and remittance for purchase of lottery ticket in abroad. Wants to purchase a lottery ticket in abroad. Remittance of incomes from racing, horse racing, remittance income, whatever the income is acquired from the racing, he wants to remit it. Out of these three, which one is prohibited by the Reserve Bank of India? All three are prohibited. Lottery completely banned. Lottery ticket purchase completely banned. Race for racing amount is completely banned. So all these three are banned. So that's all about the transaction, Foreign Exchange Transaction under Management Act, FEMA, under Foreign Exchange Management Act. So in our next class we'll discuss the next chapter, that is NRE account. NRE account, dealing, who can open the NRE account, what is the purpose of NRE account, how many types of currency you can open the NRE account. All these things we'll discuss in our next class. Okay, thank you.